Alright, welcome to Falcon Blues TV on a lovely Friday afternoon
Yeah.
for Aston Villa preview then, I suppose, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. Just want to say a quick hello to Alan from South Korea.
Yeah.
It's Paul, basically some guy.
That's Paul and
this guy come up to me going, Colin! I was like, what? He was like, you're Colin Chong, yeah? I was like, no, that's just a joke, but anyway, yeah, I was buzzing to know that someone told me. I should have went with it. I should have went, yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's funny that, isn't it? Nice one, Alan. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Nice one for subscribing. Make sure you like and subscribing as well. You see that little thingy that's just flashed up.
Cool graphics, innit? New logo as well.
New logo, yeah.
Thanks from Thumbnail Phil.
Yeah, Phil, our boy from Morel Creative. As always, Phil, cheers, mate.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, I was listening to Lampard's press conference earlier. And a lot of it was very brief. I don't think there was many there today doing the actual press conference because it was like must have been about 10 minutes long or something like that.
Sometimes try and catch it when I'm in work, but I've had a bit of a busy day, so
I managed to get it. And it just seems like he's made up with the signings that he's brought in more so Amadou Onana and Connor Cody, which I mean Cody's an absolute steal. I think for his age, for his experience and everything, for the way Everton have been in that defence over the last couple of seasons, I think it's probably one of the signings of the window.
It's great to.
I'm not saying we've done whatever to the transfer window.
No.
If you had that up, if a lot of teams, I was seeing like Chelsea fans raging that they didn't go in for him and stuff like this.
Good signing on loan. I was dead surprised that they let him go on loan. I just thought, why? He's your captain.
Yeah.
You know, and this whole nonsense where, like, apparently the manager wants to play four at the back now, and he said he doesn't see him in the back four. He's done it for England. That's
what Lampard said. Lampard said exactly the same thing. So, well, he's played in the back four for England, so he shouldn't have any. Yeah.
Well, it's like man's
sympathetic.
Yeah, he's done it for England, so...
What's the problem? Yeah.
I think maybe... But to be fair, I listened to him on TalkSport the other day, and like he said, no, Wolves have been great. And I think it's because he's just been such a professional for them, and not just a good player. He's missed like 2 games in the last 4 years.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's like 130 odd games he's played. He missed 2. One was through COVID and one was through suspension.
Right, okay,
something like that. Yeah, and he said he was gutted that he had to miss the game through COVID as well. But you know, it is what it is when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's nice that his son is at Everton as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you know, and once again, it's nice to see that he's turned down. I believe he turned down Newcastle, didn't he? And Moyes phoned him up as well.
Really?
Yeah. So same kind of similar with Onana.
That's what I mean. I think Lampard he's got the gift of the gab. Really, I think he's got a bit of a silver tongue when it comes to impressing players.
That's it. And don't forget,
you'll tell him what he wants. You know what I mean? If he's got to blow smoke up their arse on some occasions, maybe, but in other cases, he's like, well, this Onana is midfielder like him. So he wants to probably mould him in the same kind of shape, in the same way that Lampard did. So,
well, that's what I was going to say. You look at some of these players, like Cody, his age, and Tarkowski. A lot of these players have grew up watching Lampard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like watching him, know what type of great player he is. And it's a similar thing that Gerrard's got a filler, where players respect him for the player that they were, to be like, yeah, I'd like to work on the Gerrard, or I'd like to work on the Lampard. So it is nice that we've got a bit of clout still to... Because to me, if you'd have told me 4 weeks ago, like, oh, we're in for 2 players, but West Ham are in for them as well, and maybe Newcastle, I'd be like...
Newcastle, yeah, completely.
You know, because the money that they can offer, I'd probably like going, well, it's going to be a tough ask there, but yeah, it's good.
Would you have thought that where we are now, we'd have brought in 5 players and could potentially have 7?
No.
By the time this transfer window's done?
No.
Having only sold, really, 1 player?
Someone actually made a really good comment on one of our videos recently saying Everton have sold 1 player and built it like a new team. How? Yeah. I was like, it's like footy manager work, innit?
That's what good managers do. That's what good directors of football should be doing. That's what we should have been doing. We should have been offloading players that were surplus to requirements and that still are. But then we weren't backing them up. We were just letting them go. Last season, we just eradicated a lot of dead wood, but we didn't replace.
Yeah, and you know, also maybe people at the club like Macheri and stuff are letting the director of football do the job.
Finally.
And they're not getting involved, because we've heard Marcel Brands speak, you know what I mean? And you kind of feel a bit sorry for him when you've heard that he's went through at times with like...
Being just overridden by everything.
To me, the big one was when he was talking about, like, he was trying to convince a player not to take 55 grand, take 50. And then out of nowhere, like, Macheri goes, oh, we just signed someone for over 100 grand. And I think it was James he was talking about, because the money was silly. And Brands is like, how am I supposed to go back now and convince that player?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
he pretty much managed to grab hold of someone for buttons.
Yeah, and well, basically, like, you know, he was kind of saying shit, he's undermining him. So, you know, and fair play to the owner as well and the chairman, because, you know, they're obviously got a say in this as well. I know that might not be too popular with some people, but listen, we might criticise them if they've done things wrong, but we've also got to give them a for getting business done.
Even said, judge me at the end of this transfer window, you know what I mean? Because obviously it's just gone.
They did, didn't they, in that email?
Let you do what you want to do now. Yeah. And it seems like, you know, that's what it's bear fruit finally.
Yeah, but on to the game. I know Villa have been in a bad form, and like a lot has been getting made about Mings, you know, the fallout with Gerrard and stuff. But let's not mistake that they are a good team, and they've got some dangerous players. You look at the wingers like Coutinho, Bailey. You've got Danny Ings up front who fucking love scoring past us. Luca Dean's going to be a threat.
He's a threat.
You've got Watkins who didn't start the last game, but. And I hope Tyrone Mings doesn't play, because I think he's going to have a real, like, he's going to have to be like, oh yeah, he's still saying this about me. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I've got some bad stats though.
With a good point to prove there though, if he does play. So
I've got 2 bad stats for you though, Dave.
Don't. Go on then.
So since Villa have come back up, they're undefeated against Everton. I think it's 4 wins and 2 draws. And I'm going to Villa Park tomorrow, and this don't mean this to be a bad omen, but do you know what score it was the last time I was at Villa Park?
Was it the 2-3-0 game?
4-0 to Villa. Milan Baras scored twice, and the reason I remember
some time ago.
The reason I remember it was Boxing Day, and Per Kroldrup started that game.
Yeah,
I think it maybe is only starting the Premier League, and then it was like, yeah.
There's a reason. There's a reason why you're not getting a start again. I was thinking this Villa side, and it's the same with Lampard, and I just don't know what the media's, you know, what is this whole fixation on who's going to be the first manager sacked, Lampard or Gerrard? Why has that got to be a question?
Because the media are jackals, aren't they? I know,
but why? I mean, I get it because of, you know, Lampard's very inexperienced and Gerrard's not doing too great. But why does it have to be who's going to be the first one to be sacked? I find that disgusting. I mean, it's literally saying, who do you want gone? And then, it's bad that we've had one game, barely a ball's been kicked, and go, oh, he's going to get sacked him.
They used to do it, they barely used to lay into Steve Bruce bad, didn't he? Do you remember he come out in the afternoon after he left Newcastle and went, it's probably my last job this, because he's called me cabbage head and everything and all this.
You don't want me to work.
Yeah, that's it. And but the only thing I'd say is, because I've seen a few people mention this on Twitter now, apparently he's got the same ratio as Gary Neville at Valencia. And like people are saying, oh, is he getting protected by the media? And I was like, I don't know if he's getting protected, like, but for me, I'm not looking at it that way. I'm saying, why are you putting all this pressure on them anyway?
That's it. This
you know what I mean?
This is probably, you probably worded that a bit better than me. Why are they putting this pressure on managers all of a sudden? When, okay, but what about Erik ten Hag? I know he's not kicked a ball in the Premier League as well. He's only played the one game.
It's not exactly the best start of the revolution at Old Trafford, though,
exactly.
Is it?
Or, you know, even Eddie Howe, is he gonna get much time?
He's just signed a new deal. I know, but
you know, a couple of bad results, and the Saudis can be, you know.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately,
calling for him
in this day and age, if a manager loses 5 games, they need to be worrying about a job, don't they? Like kind of a row. I mean, and listen, every manager has bad spells. Every team has bad spells, but you look back at like. So, you know, like they always talk about Alex Ferguson nearly got sacked. And then he obviously turned things around.
Kendall?
Kendall. I think if you go back to, was it Moyes' second full season in charge, we finished 17th?
Yeah.
Now, in this day and age, he'd probably get sacked.
He'd been well gone. Yeah.
And then the next season, he finishes 4th. So,
yeah.
You know,
we had Wayne Rooney in that side to finish 17th.
We did. But, I don't know, I think sometimes there is a bit too much pressure on managers and
it's I get the pressure because it's a high profile job, but I just think that the pressure and the media pressure is just too much and unnecessary.
Yeah,
I'm not just trying to defend Lampard here. I'm defending Steven Gerrard.
I know, yeah, but you didn't expect that, did you? But it's right, it's right, isn't it?
Because I just think it's bullshit. Because it always seems to be this agenda against Gerrard and Lampard. Have you got a problem with it because he played for England and didn't win them the World Cup or the Euros? Is that
yeah? I think it's because they were such.
That you've got it's bizarre.
It's because they were such high profile players, isn't it? And you know what? But thinking back, Brian Robson used to get a lot of this when he was a management member. He used to manage the Borough, and he kept he kept West Brom up, and even though he got relegated at Borough, that season he got to the FA Cup final and the League Cup final. And do you remember why they got relegated? It was bad one, this.
It was the point deduction, wasn't it?
The point deduction, because they had loads of players out with the virus and they couldn't play.
Yeah.
And the FA just went, well, you can dock on your 3 points then. And it was like, in reality, he probably could have played the U team and lost anyway, but
yeah.
Well, I don't know. They were unlucky is what I'm trying to say, but he seemed to have a lot more attention on it because I think it was because he was a high-profile player. But
again, that's bollocks.
It is. It's wrong. It is wrong. But
it's a bollocks, isn't it? It's
you know, we're coming after you, media, by the way. You
yeah, so you're on the list.
Yeah, all he is now. Yeah.
All he is. Yeah,
number 86, the media.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap it up then for the game. You're going.
Yeah.
Early kick-off. Don't miss the coach.
I'm not going out tonight. I'm being good. I'm being good.
Yeah. I'll go shaky 1-0 because I think it just depends on what kind of formation he's going to put in. Be interesting to see if Onana plays. I know Conor Cozy will probably step in.
Yeah, I'd like to see him play.
It's whether I mean I would actually like, and I'll probably get shut down in the comments here. I want him to play Rondon because I think we just need a target man in there. I'm not even worried about. I know he's shit and he's not the best, but at the same time he's a target man for Gray, for McNeil, for Gordon, for potentially Dele Alli.
There was some.
Do you know what I mean? It's like we need something in there.
That Chelsea game, there was a couple of crosses that got put in,
and you know
where even though he's not the best, he's still got that instinct to know where and whereabouts to be.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I don't think it's. But it's like I just think a striker in there, even if it's for 70 minutes, and we bring on Dele Alli for the last 20, or the other way around, and you bring him off for the last 30 minutes. Then I just think a striker needs to be played tomorrow, irrespective of whether it's Solomon Rondon or not.
I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory, Rondon.
Wow. Because I've decided to play him up top. I'll go.
It's the only one available, isn't he?
You know,
really?
I said a stuffy 1-0.
No, I'm going to go for a 2-1 for Everton.
I said a stuffy 1-0 at the weekend. I'll go 1-0. I'll go for a draw tomorrow.
Nice.
But I think we'll finally get on the score sheet. I think Damari Gray will get a goal. But let us know what you think in the comments. That's it. Now, I mean, I'll go for 1-0. You're going for a Rondon Asterix.
2-1, really. Like,
fair enough.
His third goal will get to Salah, just say, or something.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. And Paul will catch up with you after the Villa game. So do a quick one while you're there.
Yeah.
On the way back or on the coach or something.
Go work out on, yeah.
Good stuff. Up the fucking toffees.
I'm not Colin Chong.
See you in a bit.